What's going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another Madden 25 Ultimate Team video. In today's video, we're going to be going over the best players to user in MUT 25 at every single budget. A lot of times when I'm live streaming over on Twitch and even on Twitter, people will reach out and say, Pop, I got 400K. Who's the best user? Who do I pick up? That's what we're going to cover in this video all throughout the month of April, and we're going to do this rolling into May. We've been covering other positional groups, so it's not going to stop here. Let's go ahead and jump on into it. Now, before we go over the players, we're going to do something quickly and a little bit differently here. Not everybody watching this video knows how to set up their user, so what you want to do is go all the way over to your specialist screen within your lineup, and if you look at sub-linebacker 1 and sub-linebacker 2, these primarily are going to be your two linebacker, kind of middle of the field guys, depending on formation. Some formations will only have one guy here, and that's what sub-linebacker 1 is going to trump over number 2. But if you want to put a free safety or a strong safety, you can do that right here. And in this video, for every budget, we're going to cover the best linebacker and safety to use for your sub-linebacker slots. There's no right or wrong answer here. You can see on my No Money Spent squad, I have a strong safety and a middle linebacker. Over on my main account, I have two middle linebackers. So it's really up to you. We're going to give you a bunch of different options, but to primarily set your users, this is where you go on the specialist screen to select those two players. With that being said, let's go through the players. Unfortunately, we don't have any best free options. There's just not any out there. That's normally how we start the videos. So instead, we're going to start with your best user options under 50,000 coins. Extremely cheap. Unfortunately, you know, we're looking at Anthony Barr here, and we're mainly looking at height and speed. He gives you 95 speed, 6'5" for 33,000 coins. When it comes to a linebacker specifically, they are going to need lurk artists, and he doesn't get the ability at all. So even though this is going to be one of your best inexpensive options, I think a better option is going to be the Genki Force Troy Anderson. Now, he's only 30,000 coins, and he's one speed slower with the 94 speed there. But unlike the Anthony Barr card, he does get lurk artists for 1 AP. So I wanted to include two different options out here, the best one and then the better one with abilities. When it comes to the safety side of things, the best safety to user under 50,000 coins is going to be Redux Megatron here. Strong safety card, 6'5", 95 speed, really good man zone hit power. In this situation, because he's a defensive back by default, you don't need lurk artists on this card, but I would recommend, and not for this one specifically, but for any safety, that you still have pick artists equipped with this card because it came out early in the year. He just doesn't get good abilities either, but if you want to pick him up, you can find him for 47,000 coins on average. For the rest of the video, every card, every position, every price point, we will have much better ability options, and that's where we're going to start with the best card to user under 100,000 coins on the linebacker side. It's going to be Super Bowl Ray Nitschke. Now, you can find him currently for about 76,000 coins with this card specifically because he's a Super Bowl pass card. To upgrade him, which you're going to want to do, you're going to need his 85, 89, and 92 overall Super Bowl cards. You put those cards into the upgrade path of this one, and that's going to bump his speed up to 96 along with unlocking a bunch of discounted ability buckets. You should still be able to do all of that for under 100,000 coins, and once you do that, not only does he jump up to 96 speed, he's going to get mid-zone KO for 0, which is probably the most important ability that you can have on any user in the game here. He will also get lurk artist for 0 AP. We talked about how you need that on any linebacker type player, and then he also gets secure tackler for 1 AP. That's optional, but with all of the running backs out there with good abilities now, you want to have secure tackler or tackle supreme on pretty much any player on the defensive side of the ball if you can fit it AP wise. So again, mid-zone KO, lurk artist, and secure tackler for a total of 1 AP on this Ray Nitschke. And on the safety side of things, your best user is going to be Ken Houston, Ultimate Legend. I like this card when it originally came out because he could be a sub-linebacker. He could play up top in coverage. Very versatile. You can find him for about 94,000 coins. Again, because he's a safety, you're not going to need lurk artists on this card, but you do want pick artists, and he does get pick artists for 0 AP. The combination of abilities for this one, you're going to go mid-zone KO, which will cost you 1 AP, pick artist, which we discussed, is 0, secure tackler would be 0, and then lurker is an option. It's not necessarily required here, but there's no other 0 AP abilities that are worth it, so you might as well equip it in this situation. So again, you got lurker, pick artist, secure tackler, mid-zone KO on this Ken Houston for 1 AP, and it'll cost you 94K. I'm going to give you two different options for each side of things, line linebacker and safety, under 200,000 coins. The first one on the linebacker side is going to be Combine Amari Barno. So he's not your typical user, but we can't ignore the fact that he's 6'6" with 97 speed, and you can find him for about 126k. The great thing about this card is not only can you user him, but he's a speed rusher archetype. He's got 98 finesse move, 90 block shed, 88 power move. His coverage attributes aren't really amazing, so if you're going to user this card, you don't want to drop him back in coverage and let the AI control him. You strictly need to be on this card 100% of the time. And from a user aspect, the three main abilities you want to have on him are going to be all 0 AP. You can get Lurk Artist, Tip Drill, and Secure Tackler. Again, he gets things like double or nothing and edge threat. He gets pass rushing abilities, but strictly from a user standpoint, those are the three that you definitely have to have. So that's going to be one option, under 200,000 coins at the linebacker position. The other one is going to be Super Bowl champion, All-Pro Zach Bond from the Team of the Year program. Left outside linebacker, 6'2", 96 speed. He gives you 97 tackle, 94 block shed, 90 power move, and 97 finesse move. He's similar to Amari Barno, where he has all of these really good pass rushing and run stopping attributes, but he is a pass coverage archetype and he has 97 zone. Unfortunately, his man coverage is terrible, so this video is all about usering, and that's what we're talking about. But if you're like me and you like to switch your users and kind of, you know, use the guy based on the side of the ball that the opponent's running back's on or whatever formation they might be in, you may have to drop one of the two users in coverage occasionally. If you do that with Zach Bond, just don't put him in man coverage. He's going to be great in zone here. So for 170,000 coins, he's going to give you Lurk Artist for 0, mid zone KO for 0, flat zone KO for 0, and Secure Tackler for 0. I think he gets a fifth ability for 0 AP of your choice as well out there, but those are going to be the four most important. And for a user and just in coverage, he was really, really good for me for the long time that I used him. On the safety side of things, only one option, but it is a really good one. It's going to be Kyle Hamilton. You can find him for 175,000 coins, 6'4", 97 speed. He's got 96 man, 98 zone, 96 hit power. He's got all of the coverage attributes that you would want in a safety if you were to play him up top, but as a strong safety, he is a run support archetype, and Kyle Hamilton is just built to be a user linebacker. That's what his cards have been, and that's what his cards will be going forward for the rest of his Madden Ultimate Team career. So for 175k on this card, you can get mid-zone KO for 1 AP, Pick Artist for 0, Secure Tackler for 0, Flat Zone KO for 0, and then Tip Drill for 0 as well. Very, very good card. Best users under 300,000 coins on the linebacker side of it. We're going to start with Roster Revolution, Drew Tranquil. I feel like this card is severely underrated. 6'2", 96 speed, 95 acceleration, 95 tackle. He's got 93 block shed. The power move and finesse move are terrible. Very similar to what we just saw with Zach Bond here. He's a pass coverage archetype. What you can't see here is that his man coverage is at 92. His zone coverage is at 95. Again, you can user this card. If you switch your users, then you can let him roam in coverage as well, both man and zone. That would make him really so good. And also, of course, because of the abilities. So for 295k, the four primary abilities you're going to want to equip on this card. He does have no outsiders baked on. That would be ability number 5 in the list we're going to read off here. And you do get that baked on for 0 AP. But he gets mid-zone KO for 0, deep in-zone KO for 0, which can be important on your user. If you ever put them in a blue zone to drop straight back and kind of cover the middle of the field, you're going to get those knockouts past 20 yards from the line of scrimmage. So mid-zone for 0, deep in zone for 0, Lurk Artist for 0, and then Secure Tackler for 0. And again, no outsiders being baked on would be the 5th ability that you can get on this card, all for 0 AP, and you can get all of those together. On the safety side of it, one of my favorite cards of the entire year, it's going to be Combine Isaiah Simmons. Now this card is about 265k. You are going to want to unlock his ability buckets, which will cost you either a Combine upgrade token if you have one, or 70,000 training, which is roughly about 40,000 coins, maybe less than that as far as the equivalent from coin to training. It's definitely worth it because that's going to actually bump this card up to 98 speed, and if you happen to have another strong safety in your lineup that plays and touches the field, that card will also get +1 speed because of the position. So for 265k, you're getting a 6'4" sub-linebacker with 98 speed, 97 acceleration, 96 man, 97 zone, 96 hit power. And when it comes to the abilities, he's going to get Acrobat and Jukebox baked on for 0, but he also gets mid-zone KO for 0, flat zone KO for 0, Secure Tackler for 0, Pick Artist for 0, and then it's up to you. You can either go Tip Drill for 0, or in that same bucket, you got Mid-Route KO for 1 AP, which to me, if you ever put your sub-linebackers occasionally into man coverage, Mid-Route KO is the man version of Mid-Zone KO, and for the 1 AP, since you get everything else on this card for 0, to me, it's going to be worth equipping for the 1 AP. Your best players to user under 400,000 coins, we start on the linebacker side with Dr. Gibby, Jack Gibbons from the AKA Icons program. This is a card that I still want to try out, but I probably won't because we got some new cards and better options that are of course more expensive, but for 390k, this is a pretty good one. He was way down in price compared to what he goes for now after eggs hatched on Easter Sunday, and if you were able to grab him at a lower price, then that's awesome for you. He's 6'3", 97 speed, 99 acceleration, 98 tackle, block shed at 93, hit power at 98, and then zone coverage at 95. For the abilities, he's going to get mid-zone KO for 1 AP. Everything else is going to be 0. So you get Lurk Artist, Tip Drill, goal line stuff, which isn't necessary, but it's an option there, and there's no other options within that bucket that are worth it, and then Secure Tackler. So Lurk Artist, Tip Drill, goal line stuff, Secure Tackler for 0 AP, mid-zone KO for 1 AP. And on the safety side, I would encourage you, if you need another, another user around this price point, I would either go back and get Isaiah Simmons or get one of the cards we're going to talk about going forward, which will cost you a little bit, but I want to give you somebody at every price point, and Clinton Dix will be your best safety under 400k to user. He's actually only about 315k, but I do think this card is better suited as a safety up in coverage because of the abilities. He's going to give you universal coverage and secure tackler, which are baked on. Universal coverage will cost you 2 AP, but it's definitely going to be worth it. From an attribute standpoint, I mean, he's gives you 98 speed and he's 6'1", so he can definitely play that route there. 90 man coverage, 97 zone, 97 hit power, and then after universal coverage and secure tackler, you don't really need much outside of Pick Artist. Other abilities that he does get is going to be like deep in zone, mid zone, and flat zone KO, all for 0 AP, but with universal coverage, you don't necessarily need to equip those. So for this card, really it's just Pick Artist, and then the rest are going to be up to you. Now, if we jump up to the best users under 500,000 coins, this is where we're going to get some really, really good cards with tons of abilities, and Brian Bosworth normally would be in the conversation for best user linebackers in the game, and if I made this video last Monday, he would have been one of the best, but a couple cards came out after that, and that's why he's just going to be the best under 500k. He's actually slightly over that. He's about 505,000 coins on average, but a very good card. So 6'2", 97 speed, 98 acceleration, 97 tackle, 99 hit power, block shed at 94, and zone at 92. The one downside to this card, and the reason I can't put him in the best conversation, is because his man coverage, and again, that's not really going to matter when you're using a player, because you're not really going to put your user into man coverage unless you're switch sticking off of them. But with all of that being said, his man coverage is in the 60s, so that does really hurt him, but everything else is great. For the ability stack, he gets Avalanche for 0, Run Stopper for 0, Run Stuffer for 0. Those two abilities pretty similar, but they're both 0 AP options in different buckets, so you might as well equip them. So again, I'm going to start over, sorry here. Avalanche for 0, Run Stopper for 0, Run Stuffer for 0. Then you have your choice of either Tackle Supreme or Enforcer Supreme for 0 AP. I would probably go Tackle Supreme in that situation. Mid-Zone KO is going to be 0, and Lurk Artist is going to be 0. So you're looking at 6 abilities for 0 AP, and he has Crusher baked on, which is also 0. So essentially 7 abilities on this card for 0 AP. Extremely good. If it wasn't for his man coverage, he would be in the best conversation. And on the safety side of things, we got Buda Baker. Only reason I'm hesitant to put this card in the video is because he is 5'10", and we're really looking for speed and height, but that's okay because the card is a great price point. He's 420,000 coins, but he's an LTD that always is going to quick sell for 350k, which means he's roughly about a 70,000 coin rental, meaning if you pay 420 for him right now, you use him for a couple weeks, you're ready to get rid of him. If you can't resell him for around that same price, you always know that you can go back and quick sell him and get 350 of the 420 that you paid back guaranteed. That number won't change. So really good rental value here. 98 speed and acceleration, man coverage at 90, zone at 98, and hit power at 95. He's going to give you reinforcement and mid-zone KO baked on together, it's going to cost you 1 AP. With reinforcement, it gives you better block sheds against the run and better knockouts against the pass, whether in zone or man coverage. The only downside to reinforcement is that it doesn't give you the quicker reactions with those knockouts that you're going to get from a zone or man knockout ability, but that's okay because he gets mid-zone KO as well. So reinforcement primarily is something you would definitely like on your sub-linebacker. So he gets reinforcement for 1, mid-zone for 0, tackle supreme will be 0 AP on this card, deep in zone KO will be 0 for this card, flat zone KO also 0, pick artist 0, and deflator for 0. Again, we're looking at 7 abilities for the price of 1 AP on this card. Even though he's on the short side here, everything else extremely good. We have now arrived to the best users in the game, and we have 2 on each side, both the linebacker and safety side. On the linebacker side, we start with Edgerrin Cooper. Again, if you compare this card directly with Brian Bosworth, the main reason Cooper is going to get the nod over him is because he has better man coverage. It's in the upper 80s, 6'3", 97 speed, 95 acceleration, 98 tackle, 97 block shed, 99 hit power, and 95 zone. I would say that Bosworth gets, slightly better abilities because we talked about how you get like 7 abilities for 0 AP, but Edgerrin Cooper is going to get reinforcement baked on for 0 AP. We just talked about how good that ability is, and then along with reinforcement, you got tackle supreme for 0, mid-zone KO for 0, enforcer supreme for 0, lurk artist for 0, and flat zone KO for 0. So again, he's not getting 7, but he's getting 6 on there for a total of 0 AP. Extremely good card. He's my user on both my main account and my no money spent account, and the Packers do have one of the better theme teams in the game right now, so it's not, impossible to get him up to 98 or even 99 speed. With everything else, it's really good on this card. And then one other option, but an extremely expensive option on the linebacker slot side for best users is going to be Roster Revolution LTD. Devin Lloyd had an extremely good 0 chill card earlier in the year, but this card, unfortunately, is 2.3 million coins. If you can afford it, it's definitely a good one there. 97 speed, 98 acceleration, 98 block shed, 98 tackle, 99 hit power, 97 zone, and he does also have very, very good man coverage. He's going to give you, I believe that's goal line stuff baked on for 0 AP, which we said earlier is kind of irrelevant, but he gets Enforcer Supreme for 0 AP, Deep in Zone KO for 0 AP, Lurk Artist for 0 AP, Secure Tackler, and Mid Zone KO, all for 0 AP. Very good card. I just think a little bit overpriced, but we want to give you the very best of the best options. And on the safety side of things, 2 different cards. Sean Taylor could have been in this conversation as well, but I kind of broke it down between him and Brian Branch, and I went with Brian Branch, which is going to be a little bit better in my opinion. With Sean Taylor, he does get a bunch of 0 AP abilities, but Brian Branch does as well. 620k, and technically you can get this card for free if you redeem your Roster Revolution tokens for him and you haven't used them just yet. That's actually what I did with this card because I have a Lions Eagles Steam team on my main account. But if you're going to buy him, 620k, he has Deflator baked on for 0 AP, and then also for 0 AP you can get Flat Zone KO, Mid Zone KO, Secure Tackler, and Pick Artist. So 5 abilities on this card for 0 AP and 620k. And then one other option, which is probably going to be better than Brian Branch in the safety spot, is going to be All-Star Athletes Kelvin Megatron Johnson. Now what you're looking at is the card that I have on my No Money Spent account, and it is boosted up with some chemistries there. You would have to build this card because it's an All-Star Athlete. You need his out of position strong safety card, which is I think right around 150k. And in the upgrade path of the strong safety card, you would have to put his 98 overall wide receiver card, which is roughly about 550. So to build it, you're looking at 700k in total. But on this card, he's 6'5" with 98 speed. He's got 96 man coverage, 96 zone coverage, 96 hit power. Basically, you can get mid-zone KO, Secure Tackler, Acrobat, Pick Artist, and Tip Drill, all for 0 AP, and then universal coverage is going to be 2 AP. That's what I have equipped on the card. He can play high safety. He can be a sub-linebacker. I mean, it's a Megatron card on defense. He can pretty much do it all, and those are going to be your best options to use her at every single budget right now in MUT 25. If there's a player that got snubbed, a player I left off the list like Julius Peppers or Ted Hendricks from the All-Star Athletes program, let me know down below in the comment section who we should have mentioned in this video, and thank you for watching. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.